What is the easiest way to explain Bitcoin to someone with zero interest in getting off zero? Most Bitcoiners have a brief stint in precious metal before finding Bitcoin. Yep, they sure do, man. Either a long one or a short one. Yeah, Kevin, that's a good question, right? And I was gonna, I wanted to talk about that, so that this is a good time to talk about it. What is the easiest way to explain to Bitcoin? First of all, Kevin, you have to figure out where you're at in Bitcoin, right? Like what's your knowledge and stuff like that. That's number one. How much you can explain of it, and number two, who's the person you're talking to, right? If you're talking to a older person, I would explain to them about inflation and what inflation is because that's the problem, inflation, and the solution is Bitcoin. So you don't want to get all into the technical stuff, but you need to know like where they're at and ask them, what do they know? What do you think Bitcoin is? Have you ever heard of it and stuff like that? And ask them, just ask them questions and stuff, and they'll tell you what they know or what they don't know, right? But normally, when it's an older person, say 35 or and older, I explain to them what inflation is, and I'll start talking about gold and precious metals and stuff like that. And then I'll explain to them how they, print money, and the more they print, the less your dollar's worth. Remember when you're a kid, $100 to do this and that, blah blah. I said, yeah, well, gold is real money. You can't print gold, and basically, Bitcoin is a digital version of that. You know what I mean? And it depends on what kind of questions they ask after that. But if it's a younger person, I like to talk about coming from a cryptocurrency lens because everybody, 35, 34 and under knows what cryptocurrencies are. And you just talk to it from a crypto standpoint. And then you say, well, listen, I know Bitcoin is technically a cryptocurrency, but it's a superior asset to those cryptocurrencies. There's only one superior one, and that's Bitcoin. And the other ones are, owned by this and that. And just tell them, hey, Bitcoin's the best. And, Ethereum and all that stuff are owned by people and Bitcoin's not. And it's just, it's just much, much different.